Having clean water is critical to our health. In the U.S., municipal water is monitored carefully and reported on to the public. In this video, we will review what a Consumer Confidence Report is and provide information to interpret the report.
The water quality reports, or the consumer confidence reports, are a legal requirement that utilities have to provide information to their consumers about what's in their drinking water.
It's an EPA mandated report. The utilities are required to send out to all of their customers on an annual basis. And when I say send out, that may be physically paper or electronically. And there are certain required components in there. You have to indicate any violations that you've had. You have to give levels of all the regulated contaminants, if any, that are found in your drinking water. But there's also a lot of other things in there, like descriptions of the source water that you use as a utility, the treatment process, maybe even upcoming water quality initiatives and things like that. So it's really more than just water quality. It's sort of an educational tool for customers.
To get started reading this report, we should review the MCL and how to use the MCL while reading the table.
An MCL, or maximum contaminant level, is the amount of a contaminant, or toxin if you'd like to think of it that way, that the EPA allows you to drink throughout your lifetime, and therefore which a drinking water treatment plant has to maintain below that level. A MCLG, or maximum contaminant level goal, is a loftier hoped for level in water that is lower typically than an MCL. And it depends on certain types of control systems in a drinking water treatment plant, for example, to get down to that level. So as you can see in this table, the MCL for arsenic is 10 micrograms per liter. So in comparison, you can see that the plant has a reported value of 0.54. Therefore, that value is much lower than 10, and they can state that there is no violation, as shown in the violation column. Here's another example of a consumer confidence report. It's slightly different, but gets the same information across. This shows, for example, that the MCL for barium is 2 parts per million, whereas the amount detected is ND, or none detected. It just wasn't there at all. Therefore, they can say that the compliance achieved is yes in the final column here. So the take-home point to a consumer confidence report is to look at the column associated with the MCL and whatever numbers are in it, and ensure yourself that the amount detected in the amount detected column is less than the MCL. In that case, you can be very confident that the water you're drinking is safe.
Beyond the numerical values listed, each report uses different units to measure the value, and these units represent very small numbers. Here is an explanation of what a part per million is.
A popular way to get at these extremely small amounts of the contaminant in the water is through a part per million, ppm. What is the part? It is a part volume of something, say a liter per million liters. And to put this into context, say when you're baking, you use a tablespoon. So if you actually took 1,000,000 tablespoons, you could fill up a swimming pool that's about 13 feet wide by 4 feet high. That would contain 1,000,000 tablespoons. So if the contaminant limit is 1 ppm, as shown here, then the EPA is saying you're allowed to put in 1 tablespoon into that 1,000,000 tablespoons, mix it all around, get it all spread out and diluted, and then grab a glass of water out of that tank and drink it, and you'll be safe. That's what 1 ppm means.
And that is a little bit about the Consumer Confidence Report. Check out our other videos at ehsrc.org.